Hey everyone, Ryan here at eTrailer. Today on our 2023 Chevy Silverado 2500, we're going to be showing you how to install the Curt custom fit in-bed wiring harness. Before we get into that though, let's take a minute, check this out, and make sure it's going to work for you. So you end up setting up your truck with a gooseneck or fifth wheel type trailer hitch. The last thing you want to do whenever you're hooked up to that trailer is have to drape your wiring over your tailgate to be able to plug into your bumper plug. And so a kit like this is going to eliminate that problem. Having it in bed will allow you to take, your fifth wheel or gooseneck's trailer wiring and plug it right in there. It's just the right way to do things. A lot more convenient, a lot cleaner, and you don't run the risk of your wiring coming disconnected. One of the nice things about this one is that it utilizes the factory opening that GM puts in right from the factory. There's originally a dummy plug here. It's just a cover that you pop out. There's already a hole behind there. This just pops in, you screw it down, and you're good to go. So really convenient, and I think it looks good. As far as the construction, it's right on par with all the others for the most part. Everything's pretty solid. Has a big finger catch there to make it easy to open, and a catch on the inside too, which will help your wire stay connected and prevent it from accidentally getting pulled out. And since this tees into your existing wiring, it's going to be super easy to install, and you're going to be able to maintain the 7-way on your bumper as well. So you're not going to lose that connector down there. You'll still be able to pull your bumper pull trailers, as well as your fifth wheel or gooseneck, and have those connectors work. If you have a gooseneck or fifth wheel, this is a no-brainer. You definitely want to use it in conjunction. In terms of the installation, super easy, right? Pop that plug out, pop this in, and essentially plug it in. I always like to recommend it to do it at the same time that you're doing your gooseneck or fifth wheel, but you don't have to. Either way will work just fine. But why don't we go ahead, pull into the garage, and get started on it now. To begin our installation, we're going to be here in the bed of our truck, and over on the driver's side, we're going to have this dummy plug here that we need to remove. So you can just take a flathead screwdriver, kind of pry behind it. There's just a couple of clips that are holding it in, and it doesn't really matter if they pop out because we're not going to reuse them. So set that off to the side. And then we can take our assembly here with this. This is eventually going to snap into place, and we'll secure it. But we're going to want to take our wiring and the side that has the T connector, we're going to want to drop that down to the underside of our truck. Before you plug this into the 7-way connector, I like to take some dielectric grease and put it on the terminals. That'll help prevent corrosion and any issues with that in the future. So a good layer on it, and then this will simply just plug into place. Work everything into position here. Get it lined up, and I'm going to take the longer self-tapping screws. Underneath of our truck, this is where our wiring drops down. And I want to mention too, I removed our spare tire. We're doing this the same time we did our gooseneck hitch. A lot easier, a lot more space down here. It'll go back up once we're done though. But this wire just simply runs straight across over to where our factory 7-way connector is, right here in this area. Here's our factory 7-way connector. We're gonna need to disconnect it. So there's a gray tab that you can kind of pop back and then push down on the center of it. And that'll release it. So that's what I was pushing down on. But what we'll do is take more dielectric grease, shoot it in this end, and on this end on our new T-connector wiring here. And this is just going to plug in. So one of them will go to our factory wiring, and then this side will go back onto the 7-way. So I went ahead, used some of the included zip ties, and kind of bundled up all the extra wiring out of the way. That's a good idea to test your wiring. That way you can make sure it's working properly. You can pick up a small tester here at eTrailer, which will work fine. If you plug into your trailer and you have any issues, just keep in mind it could be the trailer side and not the truck side. So just something to think about. But that said, I'll turn on our tail lights. We'll use our left turn, our right turn. I'll hit the manual override on my brake controller. I'll hit our brakes. Should get those lights. We have our 12-volt auxiliary power going in that top right corner, and I should be able to start the truck and put it in reverse and get that signal as well. And that'll finish up our look at and our installation of the Curt embed wiring harness on our 2023 Chevrolet Silverado 2500.